Hey everyone, Nate the Great here, back again for another video. Today I thought I'd do something different. The Thomas Wooden Railway is known for its obscure characters. Hell, they even made characters that were never in the show, or books, like the Sodor Bay tugboat, or even the suspension bridge. Like, that was made before Calling All Engines. Like, when was that ever in the show? Still an amazing item. And of course, there were characters like Sam, Logan, or Dustin. And of course, we can't forget about the occasional item that looked questionable. I mean, come on, this looks nothing like James. His wheels aren't even red. What were they thinking? Anyway, there were hundreds of characters made for the Wooden Railway. But what about those characters that never were? Of course, there were some that made sense. Like, imagine how packed the Wooden Range would have been in 2016 if they made every character from the Great Race. Like, that would have been insane. I remember wanting the few that they had, and I never got them. Eventually, I was able to get Vinny, but I'm still looking for Frida, Ashima, and Gina. What was up with all the names ending in A? But back to the point. Although there were some non-existent and obscure characters released, there were some that did never make it into the range. Like Bear or Bert? No, not that one. That's better. There was also Jock and Bluebell and every character in Journey Beyond Sodor. Well, okay, that's right before the range got cancelled for a while, but oh well. The point is, eventually, when fans got tired of these items being missing from their collections, they started making their own. I am no different. When I was little, I made a few questionable customs, but that's okay, we all have to start somewhere. But today I wanted to show off some better ones. 4 to be precise. A few are still a work in progress, but let's look at them anyway. This is also a part 1. There will be a part 2 showcasing at least 2 new customs and any updates to these ones. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with a really simple one. Toby. Railway series Toby. Like the name suggests, this is the Toby based on the Railway series. Shocker, I know. His cowcatcher's blue. I didn't take any pictures of the custom in progress because it's just 2 coats of blue paint. So, this is an editor's note. I wrote the script the day I made this custom, and this is when I realized I messed up. So it's actually not all blue, and the front and the back have some black with a red buffer beam and a bit of blue. So here's the finished one. There's black on the front with a red buffer beam, and that's literally it. If I ever make my own series, I'll use him for it, but that's all I have to say about him. So on to the next one. Oh boy, am I excited for this one. I love the Malard. It's so famous. It's so famous, and I've seen it in person when I went to York. I even touched it. I needed a model of it in wooden form, but I didn't want the Big Jigs one. And I had a Mattel Spencer that I never use. So yeah, here's the result of that. It's really just a Spencer painted blue. It's almost finished. I want some red wheels, but I also love these the way they are. The real engine has silver rims with red centers, and this is like an inverse of that. I think it has a nice vibe. I'd love to have some nameplates and LNER lettering. There is some gray and red lining on the real engine that I tried to do something similar to. But I'm not sure how I feel about it right now, and I may paint over it in the future just to make it all black. So until then, this is how it'll stay, but this is a great point to be at. One day I want to make a Dynamonitor car for it, but first I need a spare express coach that I don't have, and I don't want to spend 25 bucks for a new one. I have the perfect amount right now, 3. It's awesome for sets and they fit well on a table. It's great for filming with them, and I'm not willing to sacrifice one for it at the moment. So back in 2019, there was this huge layout video by Thomas Wooden Railway at a meetup, and there was a Baja Blast tanker in that video. And eventually when my friend Grandpuff made a Playrail one, he said that he'd print me out the logos if I made a wooden one. I painted this tanker green, and boom. I'm still waiting on the decals, but I'll see him soon, so I'll get them then. But until that day, it's sort of stuck as a light green tanker. I'm excited for the finished product of this one, but it's really more of an inside joke between friends that I won't get into because then it wouldn't be an inside joke anymore. Honestly, that's kind of it for these guys. I have a few more customs I'm planning on making, but I won't do that for a bit. I need to give this video a bit of time and see how it does. If you want to see more of this stuff, just like and comment. I'm thinking of doing updates to these in the form of shorts, but that's just an idea. But that's it for this video. So that's actually not it for this video. This isn't scripted, but as I was going through my shelves, I found a few more customs I wanted to talk about. There's really only 2 more. There's one that's almost done, but it's missing its face, and I really want to get that before I show it off to you guys. So, this is Donald and Douglas. They look pretty unchanged, but I removed the nameplates and numbers so they look more like they did in their opening appearance. It was just a pretty easy custom. I just went in with a Sharpie and covered those. And now we're done. That's really all I got for this one. So I'm Nate the Great, signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.